austerity despite an upturn in the recent economic data. Is this what the UK needs right now?
Sorry, what was the question again? Sorry, is the UK?
Is this what the UK needs right now, more austerity cuts?
Well, it's a balance really. What we're doing today is the sort of departmental expenditure limits, but what's happening to the annually managed expenditure, the things they don't control on this basis, has been rising up. So it's not the whole picture that we're seeing today. Does it mean more spending cuts? That's a big argument. It's sort of been beating up in the last 6 months. I think certainly there's a need for some more investment spending. The economy has been a bit better, so it could weather some more managed austerity, but only to a small degree. What we have to see today is more about the detail within departmental spending limits.
Now, I mean, the EU making a fresh attempt to agree on how to deal with the bank's bailouts today. What sort of progress do you think we can expect, Simon?
The progress is always painfully slow on this issue. It was first proposed middle of last year. Germany went very cold on it towards the end. They still want to and are likely to be quite hardball about it. Don't remember, obviously there was a German election in September. Merkel doesn't want to give too much away. They want to be very strict about the flexibility given to nations in terms of how they deal or bail in private bondholders, etc. So they want the rules set at the beginning, whereas others are looking for a bit more flexibility. Progress is going to be slow, and I'd be surprised if we do get sort of a big breakthrough on this today. After all, we're right up against the limits of the deadline once again.
Now, I mean, if we turn to the broader market, Asian shares steadying after the Chinese central bank said it was ready to backstop the banks. Do you think we can relax about China now?
Probably not. I was looking back yesterday. We often see seasonal rides in money market rates around the sort of half-year end, and it tends to take 5 or 6 weeks to normalise. Obviously, what we saw this time was much bigger, around 3.5 times bigger than we normally see. The authorities were naturally playing some part in there, and people are arguing about exactly how and why and the reasons for doing that. So I don't think we're necessarily going to see ease back on China. Overall credit in the economy has boomed since 2008, partly as a sort of counterbalance to what was going on elsewhere, from 120% to 200% of GDP. And a lot of that is beyond this sort of unregulated lending that happens a lot. So I don't think it's something we can relax on, and certainly have to be much more wary of in the second half of the year.